And so it begins, and I'm sure many sheep will follow. ImmuneChip. ImmuneChip Plus Program. Ming. Programming. Mind control programming. But hey, nonetheless, let's read the fucking article. Taking vaccination from needle to chip. With a 1-year grant from the federal government's Biomedical Advanced Research, saying vaccine and chip in the same sentence might elicit skepticism from a portion of the American population, but combining these two technologies is exactly what Weiss Institute senior research scientist aims to accomplish. Goyal co-leads a new research team at Harvard's Weiss Institute, which works on bioengineering projects. With a 1-year grant from the federal government's Biomedical Advanced Research and Development Authority, the Institute has become one of the 3 participants in the ImmuneChip Plus program. This federal program aims to build up existing immune chip technology, a chip that contains human cells and replicates the function of certain parts of the immune system. Goyal's team hopes to automate, I bet he does, how the chip functions so monitoring its data output becomes more convenient. Convenient for who? That's who I'd like to know. Her interest in organ chip technology stems from ever-present weaknesses in the drug development process. She observed while completing her PhD in immunology. Shit. A public petri dish containing human cell cultures could only give so much information about the treatment she was studying. The problem with in vitro research, she says, is that when you take cells out of the body, they lose their functional context. They lose their neighbors. Those struggles brought her to developing organ chip technology, which can replicate an entire organ's pathway, including the biomarkers they produce in response to drug and vaccines. Adapting to the current pandemic times, plandemic, mind times of controlling, but whatever. The lab has also brainstorm. Oh, cleaning your brain. Yes, wiping it. Okay. Anyway, adapting to the current pandemic times, the lab has also been brainstorming ways in which the chip can be used to monitor the body's response to new vaccines. Yes, go ahead and make yourself a human petri dish, people. Under the leadership of Weiss senior staff scientist, whoever this is here, Jolly, the Sensors of Diagnostic team has expanded the functionalities of the organ chip to include increased levels of automation. Researchers typically bring the data collected by the chip back into their labs and workplaces for analysis, but they are aiming for the chip to eventually monitor the biomarkers it makes itself. They hope this system will streamline an often time-consuming and cumbersome analytical process. The project is distinctly interdisciplinary, bringing together a wide range of specialists from biologists to clinicians to microfluidic engineers. It's a project that is uniquely one you would see done at the Weiss Institute, says its founding director, medical school professor Donald E. Ingber. That's what we're proud of at the Institute. Its transdisciplinary part. Transdisciplinary. I bet. Transhumanism, and it is discipline. Keep washing that brain, fuckers. Perhaps the most widely anticipated result of these new chips is its ability to present a viable avenue towards reducing animal testing. Right, let's test people. Because Well, we've already gone over like Black's Law Dictionary and what an animal is and what a monster is and what a human is. Nonetheless, let's keep reading. Despite the long reliance upon mice and non-human primates for drug and vaccine testing, the transmission from testing in animal models to human clinical trials still results in significant failure and complications, which the Institute issues chip might serve to alleviate. I've never had so much public support for anything I've ever done, Ingber notes. People love animals. They sure do. They love to experiment on them, don't they? The introduction of technology like this chip into vaccine testing could help as an added layer of safety against the hyperinflammatory responses that often appear in human trials, despite previous success in animal models. If we could monitor that kind of abnormal response in these chips, they could be a real safety valve that would protect things from going to humans that even though they worked in animals could be dangerous. Although drug trials can test for general efficacy, they cannot predict individual reactions to a specific treatment. Wise senior staff engineer Adama M. Sese, another leader of the program, speculates that organ chips can bring a more personalized, I bet, approach to drug treatment. Organ chips created with a specific person's cells can fill in these medical needs and provide individualized information that allows patients to make informed choices for their treatment. Sese also predicts that researchers will eventually refine their ability to connect multiple chips together to mimic an entire organ system. While a version of this network has already been created in the lab, she anticipates that improved automated analysis will expand the variety of tests researchers can run on these systems. Even in the wake of a wave of distrust and misinformation that has swept the public alongside the introduction of these COVID-19 vaccines, the Weiss Institute is nonetheless hopeful that a lot of sheep will fall for it, hopeful that its research will be able to increase public confidence, like I said, so they'd fall for it, in vaccines by allowing researchers to collect more data about their efficacy. Yes, let's research on humans to test that efficacy, right? There's always pushback, no matter which technology it is. Yeah, because some people aren't stupid. Holly says with a laugh, oh boy, in the end, it just has to be proven through data. It's the same thing with the vaccine. Yes, who makes up the fucking data? Who makes up these statistics? Despite the initial skepticism that I still have, he adds that many people have begun to realize how important vaccinations are after personal encounters with CV-19. Fucking sheep. While organ chips' departure from the traditional way of vaccine testing may build on the skepticism already surrounding vaccines, Sese insists this technology is not as sci-fi as it seems. I think the word organ chip is more complex than what it really is, she says. Yes, of course they're going to tell you that. They're going to tell you whatever the fuck you need to hear to get you to do the shit. So keep keep at it. Keep at it. Damn, my bad. See, look, I accidentally locked myself out. Let's go back to that. So the last paragraph. Let's go back to that. I think the word organ chip is more complex than what it really is, she says. We've been studying cells for a long time and using cells for drug discovery, she explains. It's just one more step from where we have been before. Right, prisoners, right, POWs, let them study those cells. My gosh. And I keep hearing people saying the stupidest reasons for why they're taking the fucking death jab. For one, I heard one person say they couldn't get into any cool clubs because they didn't have the fucking jab. Are you kidding me? Really? You're gonna trade your life for a fucking club? Man, people are ignorant. It pisses me off. So I know I'm supposed to just read the fucking article, but if you can't tell, I'm irritated. I'm tired of people's ignorance. Wake the fuck up.